While the percussion gets set for our next piece, I want to tell you a little bit about the piece you just heard. So the piece, the fracas that you just heard, by definition means ruckus, and hopefully I think we rose to the occasion. That has incredibly challenging percussion parts, particularly drum set and our mallet players. Can we give a one more round of applause? It's always tough when the percussion players are the ones getting the solos because they're already standing in the back, and so they can't get recognized in the same way as some of our other players can. Our next piece, Big City Lights, I want to tell you a little bit about it before we play it. The composer, Marie Douglas, she is from Atlanta, born and raised, still lives there. And this piece was inspired by trap music, which is a hip-hop subgenre. And it's something that Atlantan residents really have kind of honed as their own and are particularly proud of as she is. And so this piece, you're going to hear some different effects throughout the piece. I don't want to tell you in advance some of the things you're going to hear, but I will mention that some of the things that she is trying to do is the timpani part, for example, is meant to replicate the sounds of a synthesized bass. You're going to also hear almost like antiphonal music. It's meant to create the effect of, when you're listening to something in stereo and you hear something over here and then you hear something over here. So you're going to hear that effect on stage as well. And in general, the whole piece aims, in her words, the piece aims to give the listener a peek into the daily life of an Atlanta resident. Enjoy. So we're going from the untraditional back to the traditional now. So our next piece, Variations on a Korean Folk Song, it is another theme in Variations, much like, or much in the style of what you heard our symphonic band play with their French song. This piece, though, is one of those pieces that probably every or most high school band students will play at some point in their life. It's just one of those staples of our band canon or band repertoire. It's a really well-written piece. It also is based on a Korean folk song, Arirang, and what is especially interesting, I think, is that our senior class, when they were in middle school, I was their middle school band teacher, and we played a piece that used this same theme, and it interwove at the time with a shaker medley, and so it was like these two different, Ancient Echoes, I think is what it was called, but it was these two different folk songs together. But now we've been able to revisit that melody and learn more about the music and develop it even further, and it's been a real pleasure to get to work with the students on this piece. It's challenging, but it's really gorgeous. So here's Variations on a Korean Folk Song. before we play our last piece, I want to direct your attention to the back of the program. There's a whole list of people to thank, and I was starting to make my list of, I need to thank this person, and it is true. I mean, Jack Whitmer's back there and his whole crew running our stage sound and light. We have a phenomenal Board of Education and great administration in this district. Our custodial team's amazing, but the group of people I most need to thank are all of my colleagues, not just at the high school, but for sure at the high school, but also at TCMS, at Fres, and Council Rock Primary School. I am the great beneficiary of years of musical training that have come before these students are ever in front of me. And I would not be able to do any of these things with the students, and they would not be able to do any of these things had it not been for their musical education. So I know some of you are in the audience, and I mean this so sincerely. Thank you so much for everything that you do every single day. Thank you. They do such a good job, but to the point that a few weeks ago I realized we were peaking early, and so I threw another piece of the kids. So we added El Capitan to our program. I hope you enjoy a nice classic march. Here's our final piece, and thank you all so much for coming tonight, and I hope that you have a great night. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Drive safely. Thanks.